I have a question. What is here between my hands? Some people would say nothing. Some people would say the air. But can the air be nothing? And what happens when the air goes away? Now, these questions were going through the mind of a man named Otto von Guericke a long time ago in the city of Magdeburg. At that time, they were still questioning and debating whether the sun is the center of the universe or the system, and does the earth rotate around the sun, or does the sun rotate around the earth? Otto was thinking about this, but he was thinking also of air. If there is air, why isn't the earth slowing down as it is rotating? He was thinking about all this when he heard and saw a commotion in the street. We are in the 17th century. There was a commotion. There was a fire in the house. And the firefighters were running with a barrel of water and a handheld pump. And Otto went to see, and he saw, as the firefighters were pumping the water out of the barrel, he was thinking about air. The water was going out of the barrel. Then, according to Aristotle, the air should be going into the barrel. But how does it go into the barrel? And then he had an idea. What would happen if we sealed this barrel so well that no air could go in? What would be there inside the barrel when all the water was out? He was the mayor of the city, so he could order people to do things. So he ordered the barrel maker to make a barrel that was very well sealed with pitch. And the barrel maker brought him in a few days this very well sealed barrel, and he put the pump with the water, and he got the firefighters to come and pump the water out of the barrel. And the firefighters, they pumped the barrel, and they pumped, and it became harder and harder. Why does it become harder? He was thinking. And soon it became impossible to pump any more water out. And he went close to the barrel, and he heard a sound, a hissing sound. And then he got very angry, and he said, "Mr. Barrel Maker, I ordered you to make a barrel that's completely sealed with pitch. This one isn't sealed, so the air is rushing in to replace the water." And he ordered the barrel maker to make a better sealed barrel. And the barrel maker put layers and layers and layers of pitch on it. And he said one day to Otto, he said, "This barrel now must be perfectly sealed." So he put water in it, he got the pump fixed on it, he called the firefighters, and they came and they started pumping the water out of the better sealed barrel. And they pumped and they pumped, and it became harder and harder, and became very hard. And they couldn't pump anymore, and suddenly, bang, a sound was heard. The barrel had collapsed. It had broken into splinters. And Otto, he thought, why does this happen? How could it be? If the water comes out, then maybe the air is pushing against the barrel. We have to make a stronger barrel. And so he ordered a stronger barrel to be made of iron. He put the pump on it, he filled it with water, the firefighters came, they pumped and they pumped and they pumped, and then they couldn't pump anymore, and it became harder to pump the water out. And then there was a loud bang, and the barrel collapsed. It had flattened, the iron barrel had flattened. Even the iron isn't strong enough, said Otto. And he thought and he thought. And he had read all the ancient Greek scientists and philosophers, and he remembered that the sphere is the perfect shape. So he had ordered a stronger barrel to be made of thick iron and given the shape of a sphere. So he had the pump put, and he had the firefighters fill it with water and then pump all the water out. And they pumped and they pumped and they pumped, and it became harder and harder, and they were sweating. And then they couldn't pump out any more water. Was all the water out and no air in the barrel? Then what was in the barrel? There was nothing. He had managed to make a container of nothing. And then he thought that maybe where the planets move, there is nothing. Otto von Guericke was the inventor of the air pump, and he was the first one who thought of creating a vacuum.